What's up people, Mr. Blackout here. How you doing, how you been? Stranded Deep, my friends. Brand new game on Steam, you should check it out. Another open world survival. My favourite. I hope you enjoy this series, and here we go. Day 1, my friends. Day 1. Well, that was exhilarating. We'll leave that there. Rock. Knife. Fish. Fish are friends. Having Finding Nemo flashbacks. Oh, palm tree. Coconuts? I've seen a couple of people play this game already. This is my first time playing it, but I know you can collect coconuts out of the palm trees. And they're green until you crack them open. But I guess we're just going to get bare necessities. More rocks and sticks and take a look at our tiny island. Looks like a shipwreck. This is cool. The shipwrecks seem to be really cool, man. I've always had a fascination. Treasure chest. Ooh, flare gun. Oh, right out the gate. I'll take a flare gun right out the gate. If we can get in here. The graphics are cool, man. Come on, off the boat. Get off the boat. Before we get eaten by sharks. This game's more about the elements as opposed to zombies and monsters and... I don't know, we always seem to be running away from some crazy thing, don't we? Flare gun, man. That's pretty cool. I guess I'm going to need some flares. More sticks. Yeah, the basics are always important in the beginning, aren't they? There's a potato plant. We'll save that for a rainy day. Oh, more sticks. So we'll get a stockpile of stuff going. Rocks and sticks. More shipwreck. I don't know. I really like the idea of exploring shipwrecks. I think that's pretty sweet. That one's pretty far out there, though. I think I'll use the boat to get that whenever we decide to do it. But, yeah, the island's not very big. I know there's more islands around, but this is where we start, I guess. This is where we get our base of operations. Alright, we can actually get these plants as well. Oh, I guess we're full. Alright, we need to find an area where we can actually lay all this stuff down. Another shipwreck right here. I don't think there's not always like a chest or anything around him, which is kind of cool. Oh man, how cool does this look? This looks pretty sweet. I'm actually really looking forward to exploring around and seeing what we find. I'm not quite sure what the end game is. I don't think there is an end game as such. More so, it's kind of like, what was the other game? I forget the other game. The Longest Dark. It's more like how long you can survive. Alright. Throw all this down with Q. We'll just stockpile them together. In order to like craft stuff, you've got to pile it all up like close to each other, and then you get the option to build stuff from there. We're not going to use this right now, so we'll throw this down. The backpack's not very big. You can only fit 8 different things. Make a food stockpile right here. Okay. More rocks. And more rocks. And you can actually get rope or lashings, I think is what it's called. There you go. Lashing. So that's what you use to like tie stuff together. The yucca plant. Anything else around here? We'll look around carefully over our massive island. Getting our survival skills on. More sticks and rocks. Our giant island. I don't know exactly what the plan of attack is. Do we make this like a home base? I'm not sure. I'm just sort of getting supplies together and seeing what I can do from there. I know you can cut trees down as well. Cut the palm trees down. Let's cut this plant up. Let's get some potato. There we go. Potatoes. And bring that over to our... Okay, the tab is pretty cool in this game, actually. The tab is, if you press F on your keyboard, it brings up what you need for, like... Oh, look, it's the 19th of January. That's not far off from what I'm recording at. So I need a little bit of food. Also, eat 2 of these potatoes. Now we've got full food. Throw that down. Alright, stockpile. Throw the wood down here. I like how you can kind of organize it individually. I know that some people might find that annoying. I don't. I think it's kind of cool. The crab's running away with my rock. Come here. Throw the lashing down. Alright, now we can build something. We can craft something. So we can do an axe. A crude one, but an axe nonetheless. So there we go. Got an axe. Alright, our first caveman tool. And with this you can actually crack open the coconuts. And from the coconuts, you can create a couple different things. Well, I say create, it's more so drink and food source. Coconuts are good because they combine both. You can just crack it open to make it a drinkable coconut, and that quenches your thirst. So, we'll crack one of these open. I actually think you only need to crack it once. But then you can drink it. There we go. And then I'll throw it down. You can crack it all the way open and eat the coconut out the middle. And get it in 2 halves. Sweet. There we go. Crunching down on the coconut. Loving it. Alright, we can also build a hammer. And with a hammer you can construct things. Like you'll notice once I grab the hammer here, and things turn blue now. So this is more like construction styled stuff like foundations and walls and roofs and stuff like that. So this is what you need to actually, it's different. You need to, the tools are different. It took me a minute to realize this, and it's only from watching my friends. Alright, let's cut this giant, oh, another stick. Let's cut this giant palm tree down. And we'll collect the coconuts from it, and I'll show you, this is how another way you get sticks, as well as the few sticks that are, oh, yeah, get rained upon by coconuts. Collect all these up. I'm not quite sure how long the food lasts. I'm sure you can drag this too, by the way. That's what I like about this game. It brings a couple unique things like that. You can like drag the items individually without having to actually pick them up, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's throw all this stuff down here. You got to kind of be organized too. OCD people are going to love this game. You're either going to love it or hate it, because it doesn't always go perfect. Okay, so this is kind of the painstaking part, is you have to separate the logs before you can break the logs into sticks. And it tends to take a while. I'd say this was the most painstaking part about it, especially when you got a tree this big. This palm tree is pretty big. So as you can see, like, you break them off each other and then move on to the next one. But yeah, I don't know, first impressions on this game, I'm actually liking it. The graphics are really cool for one. The scenery, it's a change of scenery just being out in the ocean. And it does seem a little tedious, but you would expect it to be when you're just in a desolate place like this. Okay, we'll drag these over here. So with all these logs, we can make more sticks. Now, sticks is probably the prime use material. Like, that's what you're going to use the most out of anything. That's what I've realized anyway so far. So we'll pile all these up. Almost guarantee anybody's first thought on movies is Castaway, isn't it? It's Tom Hanks. I think everyone thinks about that. Wilson. I wonder if we're going to find a Wilson. That'd be kind of funny. Threw that little cameo of Wilson in. This would be a smart thing to do. Just move your log over here, and then when it turns into the pile of sticks, it's just there already. Save a little bit of time. Oh, see? Looks perfect. Come on, log. Let's do the same to this thing. Oh no, I'm liking the whole individuality of moving stuff around. It's just a nice change of pace. I guess they've got to bring these different aspects in, don't they, to make it seem slightly different from the other games. I don't know, there's a lot of open survival games out right now. So, there's a lot to choose from. Alright, should we make a campfire? What shall I make? I'm not quite sure what to make right now. Oh, yeah, this too. You can actually make this into leaves, which then you can make roofs and walls, I think. I got the hiccups right now. See? Stop swinging. So with these, you can actually make a couple more things. Again, you're going to need the hammer, I think. So we'll throw these right here. Yeah, the hammer. Let's see. Okay, so we can make a foundation. I don't know if I want to make a foundation, though. Are we going to make this my base? Is this where I've got to start? I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I've seen friends play this. So that's how I know what I know. I'm not a pro at this by any means. I mean, this is about as far as I've seen my friends play to. And then they like build something. Do I build something? Or do I like get ready to move island? Because honestly, I don't see too much around here. Let's build a campfire though. Maybe we can make some food. I think you can kill the crabs and cook the crabs. If I remember rightly. Yeah, I'm making another hammer too. Not a hammer, an axe. Why, you ask? Just in case my other one breaks and I didn't have another one, or I didn't have enough sticks maybe. I don't know. Best be prepared. So I've got another axe. Okay. What else can I do? Can't really do much right now, can I? I don't know. What's the plan of attack, guys? What would you do from here? Would you class this as your base island? Or would you try and pack up all your stuff and shift to the next one? It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot around here. I know I've got to go check the shipwreck. And I'll grab some food. Eat the other potato. Let's light this. Let's eat a crab. How about a big one? What's the biggest crab around? Where's the biggest crab? Are you big? You're not that big. Oh no, you're the biggest one. Is there any more crabs around here? I don't know. I've seen some pretty big crabs in my life. These ones are kind of small. I need to go check that shipwreck out. We'll do that tomorrow. How about that? That's a plan of attack. When the sun rises, we go to that shipwreck. These yucca plants grow back pretty quick, man. Looks like I'm not going to run out of lashing. Okay, I guess I'm going to take out this crab right here. Okay. Crab filet mignon. Whatever that means. Let's light this puppy up. Alright. Crab dinner. Okay, I'm going to have to lift this up and put it on. Just watching KD do this on stream. He's like trying to balance the crab on there. Oh, it seems to be cooking good. It's sizzling. So that's a good sign. I'll bust up the rest of these coconuts, getting prepared for dinner. So what are your first impressions on the game? I like these survival types of games, just to see how long I can survive. That's the challenge on it, right? See how long you can go. Like I said, I'm guessing this is mainly on the elements, dehydration and hunger. Not to mention whatever's in the water. I haven't really gone in the water yet, so we'll see what's in there, shall we? Eat this potato. Tastes good. I think what we'll do is we'll end it as the sun goes down, and I'm going to try to make this an interactive series. Like, I want you guys' input after the end of each episode, and from there I'll decide what to do with you, hopefully you guys' intuition as well as mine. So I guess the question is, do we stay here and make a base, or do we try and move on to the next island and find something with a bit more substance? Let's take this boat over here. We'll bring the boat closer to the campfire as the sun goes down in the background. Come on, get over here. Don't want to lose you in the middle of the night. This is my life raft, pun intended. Okay, you can stay there for the night. The scenery in this game is pretty amazing, though. I gotta admit. All right. So what should we do, guys? Should we make a base here? Should we move to the next island? Also, I'll check the shipwreck in the morning. Alright. I love you long time. See you in day 2.